What is up, Retro Maniacs? Welcome to the Retro Card Chat podcast. My name is Mike from Mike's Retro Trading Cards, and I am joined by one man who broke his ankle playing flag football in high school and another man who nearly blew up playing pickup basketball. They are, of course, Joe Day and EP. How you doing, fellas?
Great.
That was a rough day at gym, I'll tell you that. All right, let's get into it, boys.
How hot was it that day?
After mowing?
How hot was it that day that I almost died on the basketball court, guys?
It was like 72, I think.
150. I don't know.
No, it was super hot, dude. No, it was bad.
You were the only one that almost blew up, though.
Yeah, but I was the one who played like 36 holes of golf and then decided, you guys said, hey, we're playing basketball. I was like, okay, I'll be right there.
Well, wasn't it after the draft?
It was after the draft.
Yeah, so it's your own fault. Yeah,
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, what's new? How's your PSA order moving along there, Joe?
It's not.
Okay.
It's still in assembly, and just a update for you. It's been 460 days since it was received by PSA, and it's been 418 days since PSA checked it in. Still in assembly. So, going great.
Good.
I'm sure they've already started to grade the cards that have come in from the new 30-day orders.
Oh,
or the $30 orders. You know they're already grading.
They're going to get them before you.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, for sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
How about you, EP?
I haven't sent any grading cards in.
No, nothing.
No,
nothing going on.
I mean, I did get a box, but I'm going to open it on the channel, so I don't want to reveal what it is. But I did get a box of something very, very fun in the mail. So
I feel like I might have given you a box of something to open on the channel.
You did,
okay.
And I need to open that as well.
You do,
yes.
Because I've been wondering what baby. I got.
Yes.
Well, Joe, I have a PSA order on its way to me right now. So not to rub it in, but I have now gotten 5 orders back before you've gotten any back.
No, that's not true. I have gotten ones back.
Oh, okay.
100 or 150 for a card. My original order, yes, I have gotten many back since my original order too. So
your 150 is on a lot faster than mine did too.
Quite a bit.
And as we've said on air before as well, I actually used one of Joe's orders to get my 3 cards graded. So that was from Joe, and technically that was like Joe's order as well. So
right. I remember when I was going through my orders and I saw those grades popped. I'm like, my grades popped. It's EPs.
Wrong one. Yep. All right. Well, for our weekly update, I just wanted to let everybody know the triple logo man is still at 1.8 million, right around 2.2 with the Bright.
Might get it at that
premium. Joe. So, we're still in the hunt for that. We'll keep everybody updated and let them know how that works out for us. But the real reason we're getting together today is we decided that we would have a little talk about our top 3 sets that we wish were still being produced today. We're sick of Prism. We're sick of everything Panini's doing, and we're just wishing we could go back to the old days here. So, anybody watching, if you want to let us know in the comments below what the 3 sets or even 1 set, whatever you miss, what you wish they would make nowadays, just let us know in the comments, and I'll let Joe get us started like usual.
Yeah, and I wanted to start with letting Pacific take over Panini and just do those sets better, but that was against the rules. So
yeah,
my first set, Flir Ultra Football. My God, what a great set. I mean, between that and Stadium Club, I think bar none the best photography for any card sets.
Oh, yeah,
it felt like you were on the field with Flir Ultra. And Flir Ultra went from 1991 to 2007 as like a straight up set. And then they had some retro sets afterwards where I think they had college licenses or individual player licenses that they could do some sets after that. And they still make, they're actually making an Avengers Flir Ultra non-sports set, which I missed on the pre-order, but I do plan on buying a box of that, probably at a ridiculous markup on the secondary market. But once I heard Flir Ultra was making any sort of set, I was in. And I would say my favorite individual card from Flir Ultra. Do you guys remember the 1998 Peyton Manning rookie card, the one where he's in his Tennessee uniform? He's running and throwing. It's just such a cool card. It's one of the first cards I actually sent off to get graded back in the late 90s. But just a really cool set. One of the first sets to do glossy cards, which was a big thing back then. And one of the sets that sticks together, that's for sure. When you're trying to pull them,
definitely.
That set bricks quite a bit. But yeah, that just the photography. There wasn't anything flashy about it. I mean, they were glossy and things like that, but it wasn't the chromium or anything. It was just the really great photography, the really great cardstock, and the great. They had some great inserts, if you remember some of those. So, yeah, for me, it's Flir Ultra. I think that's my first one on the list.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. The photography is just outstanding. Like, there's really nothing like that today, and I'm old enough to remember 91 Stadium Club was the first borderless set that came out, but when 92 Ultra Baseball came out, wow, that was like the thing in the hobby. It was crazy popular. Everybody wanted them. They were such beautiful cards. Best smelling cards ever made too.
Oh, great smell.
Got to throw that in
great
there.
smell.
But
the parallels were cool too. You have the gold medallion, which was fun. You had the platinum medallion.
The platinums are really popular now. The low numbered ones like that.
Even the well, no, it was a platinum medallion. I sold a Jake Plummer. That should have made my eBay random card list. I sold a Jake Plummer from like 1999 or 2000 platinum medallion out of 100 for a decent amount because people are collecting those again. And
I sold David Carr and Joey Harrington.
There you go.
Both of them. Yeah.
It was a fun set, and it kind of reminds me, the photography kind of reminds me of how they do the field level for Prism now. For those of you who don't collect cards from back then and only kind of know modern stuff or ultra modern stuff, the way they do field level, it feels like they're right there. That's how all Flir Ultra was, and it was such a cool way to bring the players closer. And they kind of went back and forth between having the college uniforms on the players to, remember they had a high set too. Like Peyton Manning has a series 2 where he's in his Colts uniform. Yeah. I mean, it was just really cool how you could almost mark your calendar. Flir Ultra Series 1, it's going to have the college rookies in it. Really, really cool. And then Series 2 comes out later in the year, and it's going to have all the players in their pro uniforms. I just love that, kind of waiting for that moment when the next set came out.
Great stuff.
Yeah, Flir Ultra was number 2 on my list. I absolutely adore it, and like I bought some of the 91, of course, but like you said, 92 was just like it just jumped off the
blew everything
cards
away.
Yeah, and I pulled a couple Flir Ultras from my collection. Here's a Mike Messina gold base card, but there again, just the photography, and then they even did like golds of the season crowns and just really cool, like baseball, football, basketball. I think my favorite Alonzo Mourning rookie card is an Ultra. My favorite Allen Iverson rookie card is an Ultra. And so I would love to see it come back for all the sets. But I have, like you guys, I have so much 98 and 99 Flir Ultra football. Yep. Just because it looked awesome, had awesome photography, great rookies, and just a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely,
big time.
All right, your first set, EP.
My first set is Flir Metal, and I absolutely adore the metal cards of all kinds. And I didn't really choose a particular one, but I have some football and some baseball ones here. This one I've shown you guys. This is one of my favorite cards, and this is the Molten Metal Keyshawn Johnson card, and that was like pre-precious metal gems. And these designs are kind of like ahead of their time. Like they're very foil heavy. There's a great Maddox space. That's just
is that 99? Is that 99 right there? That Maddox?
Yep.
Yeah, because the football looks just like that, and it's such a cool set.
And here's I think this is the Molten Metal. But just the metal brand in general is just an awesome set. And of course the Donald Driver metal actual metal cards. Actual metal cards.
Yep.
Are amazing,
I sold one of those on eBay, and I'm very tempted to send one to PSA. As stupid of an idea as that is, it's just
do it.
it's a very limited card because Don
Mhm.
Driver didn't have many rookies. He had 2 or 3 rookies out that year. He's a big time packer, and it's just a cool. It's again, I say this a lot about different sets, but it's like a moment in time card. Like that feels
Mhm.
like a time capsule card to me.
It's really crazy too how popular metal is today. Like I've said it many times, like it was never that popular
Right.
back when I had it at the shop. Like maybe it wasn't that way everywhere, but I pretty much feel like it was. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't a big seller. And I know I had, especially the early stuff, it sat around forever. That's probably why I have so much of it. I think I
Yeah.
ended up opening most of it up. Like people, and it wasn't an expensive card. I remember it was like maybe $3 a pack or something like that, $2.50. And like now, like everybody loves. I mean, they were so far ahead of their time though, and like they look like something you would buy today. So really isn't too surprising that they're popular now because it's right in line with a lot of the stuff they put out. But yeah, great set.
And Metal Universe, remember those rookies with Peyton Manning?
Yeah, there's a baseball one of them
with Earth behind him. I mean, it was just such a weird. It's so weird, but it was just such a cool look. And one of my favorite all time Brady rookies is the metal. That's such a cool card too. I mean, good choice on that one.
Good choice. All right, my first set. I don't care if you want to call it museum. I don't care if you want to call it trophy. I don't want to care if you want to call it Rink Collection, but whatever Pinnacle is putting out with a Dufex finish on it and a parallel, I want it to come back. You know, it's just, I'm sorry, they are the greatest cards ever made, in my opinion. The coolest process right there. I mean, I will put that up against anything that is put out today, and I think it's cooler. Like it's a shame. From what I understand, I don't think there are any companies out there that manufacture in that process. I think the plant that did it was in the UK, if I'm remembering correctly, and it closed up a number of years ago. But yeah, wow, those cards are gorgeous. And I know you guys aren't big hockey fans, but holy cow, that process on a hockey card is just incredible. Like the ice is like shimmering behind. I think I had an Ed Belfour card, like where he was making a save, and it's just such a beautiful card. And you know, they weren't the easiest to get, you know, even though they weren't super hard, like to get anybody good wasn't easy. So I feel like they're really undervalued too today for compared to a lot of the other stuff from the time. But yeah, museum collection, trophy collection, Rink Collection, Dufex, any kind, shape, form, please find a way to do it. I will buy it. I'll buy all of it.
Yeah. Mike, you would remember this better than I would. There were 3, like I remember getting the 3 card screw downs, right? Whenever I would open up a box of Pinnacle, and it was the base card, the trophy collection, and then there was like
the
a
artist
third,
proof.
The artist proof. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I remember it was a really bad Eagles quarterback back in the day.
Bobby Hoying?
Oh no, Barr.
There have been so many.
Hi, Detmer.
But yeah, there were a lot.
There were a lot.
But I remember I was a big fan of collecting bad quarterbacks. Unfortunately, I didn't do that for 2000. I would have a lot more Brady rookies. But I remember having in that 3 screw down, the base, the artist proof, and the trophy collection. It was such a cool way to do it. And it was the first time that I remember them having like actual just parallels for the base cards. Like you didn't see that often before then. You know, we just talked about Fleer Ultra having the gold medallion and the platinum medallion. You didn't really see that things like that often, and I think Pinnacle was one of the first to do it.
Yeah, I think Pacific may have been the first, but yeah, Pinnacle was right there too. They were very innovative back in the day and great stuff.
And what I love about those parallels too is when you pull one, like you know you got a parallel. Like it is, it's gorgeous compared to the other card. I mean, not that the Pinnacle cards, even the base cards, I thought a lot of the really nice sets. But I mean, to add that the Dufex finish to them was really awesome. Playoff football, wasn't that like the early stuff? Wasn't that also Dufex? Like the 93, 90, 92,
it wasn't the same. Yeah, no? I don't know. I don't know
It was
exactly
almost
what
chrome, but it wasn't chrome.
yeah,
That's
it
why
was
I
like
wondering if it was-
Yeah.
a Spectra etch kind of
Yeah.
finish to it, but it wasn't Dufex. It was
Okay.
Dufex was a little shinier and a little fancier looking. Early playoff cards were incredible too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like the Drew Bledsoe rookie had like grayish kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah, the
Bettis,
Dufex
yeah.
process was just a little like there was more to it. So
Okay.
all right, Joe, you're number 2.
Well, it's kind of wild. EP and I, our first two were Flir Products, and my second one's a Flir product. It doesn't matter what you call it. If you want to call it Flir Showcase, if you want to call it Flair Showcase, but the Showcase brand was such a cool set. It ran from 97 was the first year they did it, and it went till 2006. But after that, they would pop up in different sets as kind of inserts.
Mhm.
The card that probably people remember the most from the Showcase was the Brady rookie. But the thing you always saw in that Showcase was you'd have the close-up picture of the face and then a picture, an action shot, them throwing, them catching, whatever. Great shine on the cards. While Brady's the most probably known card in that 99 set was awesome. I mean,
Mhm.
it was that set really, really popped. Mike, I'm sure can throw up a picture. I didn't bring props like EP did, but I've been going through the 99 set, and you had the vertical, they did horizontal cards. Sometimes there were, two action poses and one face picture, and sometimes it was 1 and 1. The inserts, you had, remember, the hot hands, wave of the
Mhm.
future, Shrine Time, which was one of my favorites. I mean, just such a really cool set. It was a premium set back then too, thick card stock.
Mhm.
And it's held up over the years. Not just the look, but the actual cards have held up. I pulled some out of the collection I've been going through, and they still look in great shape. There's not a lot surface issues and things like that could go wrong with it, but the card stock was just so thick that it could hold up over the years, and it really, really still pops to this day. I love that set.
Mhm. Yeah, and in the early 2000s too, I'm thinking like 2003, 2004, because I know I went through a bunch of the basketball. They got even shinier in those
Oh,
years.
wow.
How's it
Like,
even possible?
like I
Yeah.
don't know, but they're incredible. I have a Dirk Nowitzki legacy that I just got graded, and like the card is beautiful. Like the
Yeah.
shine on it is like I don't know, like they took 30 like coats of clear coat and put it on
Yeah.
it or something. But yeah, and I mean there are a lot of sets. I mean, what is it? Panini Illusions? Is that the one that looks a lot like it today? And
Yeah.
their insert, like the downtowns and stuff like that, are a very similar type card, like type process to that. So
Yeah.
the remnants of it still hanging around today, even though the actual set is gone. But yeah, great set. Great set.
I'm waiting for, and and correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube, but I didn't see any Marvel sets that used the Flir or Flair show. They've used Flair in the past, obviously the 90s and so on, but I don't remember like a Flair showcase
Yeah, that'd be
for
great.
non-sports. I think that'd be great if, imagine like a close-up of Wolverine and then an action shot of Wolverine. I think that would be and with the shine, I think that would be a really cool set. That's one I'd kill to have come back and probably be. I mean, that had to be one of the more expensive ones when it was in the shop, I would suspect.
Yeah, I know. Like even
$4 or
before
$5 a pack.
before they turned to Showcase, I think they were $4 or $5, and they were definitely at least $5 a pack when they came out.
Yeah. To me, they're the epitome of a premium card. Like we've all been going through our collections, right? Like over the last year or two. And when you are going through a stack of cards and all of a sudden you see a Showcase kind of peeking through, you get excited, even though it ends up being somebody like not super exciting. Like it's just still just such a nice looking card.
Chris Chandler
Card.
It's like, that's still a really nice looking Chris Chandler card.
Yeah, I mean, and did they at least the maybe or the parallels, but I think even some of the base had. Didn't they put serial numbers on the front of the card? Like, was that kind
of? They did put the serial numbers.
The 99 football they did because they had different levels of rarity.
Yeah. And so I mean, just
I have a Fred
when I think
Taylor
about
out of
those,
1,000, Mike, for you.
Nice.
I would like to have a Randy Moss rookie from that set. I think from the '98.
Yeah,
That would
definitely.
be a cool one to have.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, EP, you're number 2.
My number 2 is not super exciting. It's not super high end, but it's one of my favorite sets. But I think it was only around for a couple years. I didn't look up the exact time, but that is Upper Deck Ovation. Like I think Upper Deck had a lot of fun sets, but I really liked Upper Deck Ovation, particularly like I think it was like 2000 and 2001. Like here's the football, just like with the football design.
I've been
and
going
the player.
through so much of that EP. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, and here's an insert from the same.
Yeah,
the same set. Just like I like the football use of it, and then also like baseball did the same thing. Where here's 2 years of the baseball, and just using the sport ball as part of the design is really cool. And I like a cool looking base card. Like that's one of my jams. I like base rookie cards, and really cool. You give me a really cool set of base cards to open up a box of, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I love
and
Ovation.
I like how they were embossed. It was an embossed card too. It wasn't just the design. It was actually you could see it on the back.
Can't even see,
almost fitting in the football. You could kind of see that. Yeah, it was that was such a cool set, very distinctive. I think that's a lot of what we're talking about. These sets in the time were very distinctive sets that I think would still be distinctive nowadays if they came out.
Yeah, Ovation would be original now.
Yeah.
Like it was original then, but like if by some means that brand was brought back this year, people will be like, wow, that's cool. That's an innovative card, even though it came around. I think they started in the mid 90s, didn't they?
Did they? I thought it was like late. I thought it was late. Yeah, 97-ish. Yeah, 97,
really
98-ish.
Sure, but yeah, they had them for basketball too, I believe.
Yep.
So
I think it was a pretty short-lived run though, wasn't it? It was only
they weren't around a long time. I think into the 2000s, so I believe.
Yeah.
So
at least 2001, maybe 2002, but I don't know if they went too much into like 2005-ish. So.
Yeah.
I have probably a row of 99. Shocking, I know, but I have a row out of
don't we all?
99 football, baby. Okay, well, my number 2. I think you guys might know of this set. Don't know if you ever heard of it, but I think you have. Upper Deck SP Authentic. I'm a sucker.
The granddaddy of them all.
They are. I mean, the history with that set. Like I love the basicness of the base set, like a clean white design, great classic photography. Yeah, just a very classy looking card altogether. And then, the rookies, the numbered rookies, the autographs you could get out of it, like the memorabilia cards, like that was the set back in the day that you wanted to pull the rookie from. I mean, they were,
and you got one per box, didn't you? 1 or 2 per box.
Yeah, after a while, So yeah, they were the elite of the elite back in the day. They were the high end card. They were the one you wanted to chase after, and they made it tough to get them. Even though there were like 1,500, 2,000 rookies, you didn't find them very easily. But great stuff in it too. Just classic set. They're baseball, football, hockey. They had all 4 sports. So I remember I pulled a Patrick Waugh autographed patch card out of SP the one year in the shop. Yeah, and I also pulled an Ichiro rookie back in 2001. So like, maybe my memories and my lucky hit, like walking by and picking packs out of the box at the shop. I did that, and I was like, maybe that's part of the reason I love it so much. But I need me some more of that. So
when I got back into it and started looking for stuff to PC, one of the first cards I bought was a Sean Alexander from SPX, which is obviously not the same thing. But the second card I bought was the SP because it's got just that classic white. It's just it looks black tie, right? It looks like you're wearing a tux, not shout out to SGC or anything, but it just looks like you're in a really nice
How much
suit.
are they paying
like
you?
I know, right? But it was just, imagine how good SP would look in a tux. I'm just throwing that out there. But the Brady rookie's iconic in that set. You've got, they did Sign of the Times, which was a huge autograph subset for the rookies. I mean, it's just really, really classy high-end stuff. What were they going for a pack back in those days?
Like
four cards a pack.
$5-6.
Yeah.
And they were one of the sets that started with the really low numbered stuff in it too, because I know like there were numbered out of 25 in the Sign of the Times. They had the golds that were out of like 50, I believe, or something like that. So yeah, that was one of the sets where the multiple levels of parallels started coming in too. But like compared to everything today, it's different, and I think that's what I like about it, and why I feel like it would be really popular again if it ever came back, because gives an option that really isn't out there. Yeah, like you can buy like base Topps baseball, but not what we're talking about. We're talking about a higher end card that is just plain card with nice photography on it and a simple but clean border on it. Yeah, I just love them. I just love them.
I lived, like we talked about the rows of our cards, and my rows of my cards are like upper deck collector's choice, upper deck MVP, upper deck encore, and then maybe just a tiny little stack of SP. I never got anything great out. Yeah, just a little bit. I never got much out of SP, but I always respected it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I always bought a pack or two just because of what that set was. Like just you want to try to get a good card out of it, but I lived in the lower end of the upper deck.
Well, it's funny. I was going through the first time I went through my cards, my old cards, and I found a stack about this big of 2000 SP, and I'm like,
oh man.
Okay, take a deep breath. Deep breath. Is TB12 in here? And I'm going through, and I did find a rookie. It was not Tom Brady. It was fullback Luke Polk, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, it was good choice. That's a great set.
Yeah. All right, and brings us to your number one, Joe.
Come on, you got to know, right? Topps Chrome, baby.
Wow,
and now
there's a shocker.
I know it is a shocker. Now they do still make Topps Chrome baseball, so
and wrestling.
I'm not breaking the rules though, and they made wrestling, but I'm talking Topps Chrome football. And I'm hoping Topps Chrome comes back, in a couple of years. I think it probably will. So this is probably the one. This is probably the one on my list that I actually will get my wish. Topps Chrome football started back in 96. I always thought it started in 97, but actually when I was doing some research, it started in 96. And it seemed like in 96, they all looked like almost like X-Fractors. All the cards had that kind of interesting design. It ended in 2015, and I know this personally because I did, as I was buying PC cards, did buy a Todd Gurley Topps Chrome autograph card. BGS 9.5, I think it is. Got it very cheap considering Gurley fell off the planet. The big trivia about Topps Chrome: Tom Brady, no rookie, no Topps Chrome rookie for Tom Brady, and that was an awesome set in 2000. The design of the 2000 set was one of the best.
And no second year card either.
And no second year card. His first
card is a third year card. Yeah.
The 98 set is my favorite all time Topps Chrome set. You have Peyton Manning, you have Randy Moss, and it had like that gold border around it, or bronze even, I guess you could call it. Just really nice. As I was going through, I opened up a lot of 99, and my God, does that stuff get dirty. I had to go, I had to clean off the surface. I don't know what they were doing in 99.
Yeah, that was weird.
But you had the refractors, which again, simple thing, just putting a little bit more shine on those cards, and they just really, really pop. People still love refractors today. And they didn't have to do much with them. They had, you could look at the Topps base card, then you have the Topps Chrome, and then you have the Topps Chrome refractor, just kind of the trip you could take with those from very plain to very shiny is kind of fun. And I was just, I know I have a stack of 99 refractors somewhere. There's no way I only had 3 or 4 refractors. I must have left a box at my grandparents' house. There better be some shine waiting for me in Danville. But the card I remember actually the most from Topps Chrome, Jake Plummer's rookie card. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
Mike, throw the picture up. Jake playing with a snake. Jake the Snake Plummer playing with a snake on his rookie card 97 is probably the one I remember most. It's just such a, you talk about SP. It's kind of the shinier version of just a classic set. Just not a lot of bells and whistles except for the actual chrome part of it, but it's just very, very clean card.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, we all love Topps Chrome. We're all going to be super happy when it finally comes back. Basketball too has always been huge. Like all the key rookies, people go after those cards, trying to find the refractors of them. So I don't think Prism is really going to be missed when Fanatics takes over, because they have a lot they can fall back on and a lot of history, and Topps Chrome is like the top of that mountain right there.
For sure. Yeah. And you talked about basketball. I just wanted, before I forget, Incredible Hulk Kobe Bryant rookie card. You guys know that one?
No, I don't actually.
In 1996, for some reason, the way that
they had
they use or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's green.
Green. Yeah,
they look green. Yes. And so it was like 96 was just, they were kind of playing around with it, and they really started to perfect it in 97, and it's taken off since.
Yeah, as we all have said, Topps Chrome. We all love Topps Chrome. And like Mike, you were talking about basketball, like the Vince Carter rookie card. Like, I mean, the 98 Topps Chrome, all the rookies from that year, LeBron James Topps Chrome rookie card.
Yeah,
like, just to get all of them back would be awesome. And then to think about it, like as far as like insert sets and stuff, let's give everybody a 2000 Tom Brady rookie card, like as an insert, like, you know what I mean? Like that would be
cool.
Awesome.
Like,
great.
Yeah. So I mean, that would be so cool. And like cars that never were. I don't know if you guys saw, but I guess they're doing a 1952 remake, but it's going to be all chrome, like the entire. It's not going to be the 1952 card. It's going to be new players, but I'm guessing they'll probably have some of the older players. But
yeah,
I heard this on a podcast recently. Yeah, I don't know. I heard it on a local podcast.
Yeah, collecting cardboard.
Whoa! We're not endorsing other podcasts here. What is happening?
But I mean, like that's really cool. And just Topps Chrome brand is something. It is as iconic as any of the other sets we've talked about here, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. All right, EP, your final set.
My final set is a set that is still going on, but it's still being produced, but not in the way it was when it was first launched. And I want that to return. I have props, but I was not able to find one of the props. This is Playoff Contenders football. Back when it first launched in like 1996, 97, 98, they used to come out, the cards would come in subsets. They would have a pennant, they would have a little leather football or a leather card, and then they would have like a hologram. And I thought it was just a really cool. You guys know I like the oddball stuff, like Allen and Ginter baseball, that sort of stuff, like weird things. And when you open up a pack of this, and there's all these weird different shapes and stuff in there, I just thought it was kind of cool. So that's my one. What do you guys think about the?
I have a Neil O'Donnell pennant. He's a Bengal though, but yeah.
I forgot he was there. Yeah,
that was. I'm with you, EP. I mean, Contenders has turned into something different, right? It somehow became this premium autographed set, and that's not what it started at. It did 2000.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I have a ton of the 99 EP that have all three of those in it, and like to know that it went from that and they did a complete 180 in 2000, which everything today is based on the release of 2000 on. So they started with the ticket stuff and the rookie ticket and the season ticket and all that stuff. But yeah, I love that old stuff. I mean, those football shaped cards are so cool.
Yes.
Like, like it's simple, like it's not anything, like it seems like it was an easy idea to come up with, but wow, they're incredible. And like, I love digging through them. Like, that was some of the most fun I had when I was digging through my stuff, was looking through those and finding, I think I have an Emmett too somewhere. And, just, that was fun. It just became different in 2000 because the autographs were so hard to get. I think you got one auto per box, and they had, I don't know how many hundreds different ones in the set, and you didn't always get a rookie, right? I believe was how it was.
No,
right. You got an auto, but it could have been a veteran too. So it just went a completely different direction. Obviously, a popular direction is still being made that way today, but I'd love to see like a retro set done. Like, they could release it, under some other subset name, but just do it that way.
Or Chronicles. Do it in a Chronicles set.
That'd be awesome too. Yeah. Like a Contenders Chronicles would be kind of cool.
Like, I know when I was going through my stuff, like I said, with the showcase, that I got excited, but like when you pull out one of these, you're like, oh my god, I forgot about these. These are holy crap, this is amazing. So I love it. I love it. Yeah,
awesome.
They were a pain to try and store, though. I'll tell you that.
You gotta make sure you have them in this off sleeve,
especially those pennants. The pennants.
Oh my god,
yeah, because they were felt. They were felt, right?
Yep.
Some of them had felt. Okay.
And they had different colors, were different rarity.
See it.
So
see the felt or not, but.
That's your boy,
Mike.
Yeah,
they were.
Red Taylor.
There he is. All right. My last set to finish us out. Probably not one that anybody really even remembers, but when I mention it, you'll know I'm a big fan, is Flear Avant. They made, was only around for a couple years. Football, basketball, and baseball. And I love those cards. If you're not familiar with them, look them up. I'll throw one on the screen here, but the cards had like artwork on them. They had like drawing style cards of the players, and like, they're incredible. Like, I think they were incredibly unique, and like, art and the card art and stuff is really big nowadays. So like, it's kind of funny that collectors haven't caught on to that, because like, usually, they catch on to things. Like, I know, like the Fanimation cards out of the early Upper Deck, people are on to now, and some of the, I think it was MVP, had like hand-drawn cards from like kids and stuff. And people are onto those, but they really haven't caught on to the Avant set. And it was like, it was in a weird period for Flir kind of, changed everything. They didn't do anything the way they were doing it before. They had a whole bunch of new sets, and like, I'm trying to put together,
or vice versa at that point too. Wasn't there some sort of merger?
That was earlier in the 90s. They had purchased Skybox, but then they took things in a weird direction. I mean, they only lasted a couple more years, but I know like the LeBron James rookie out of the basketball is really, really an expensive card. And, I was working on the 2001 rookie set out of that. And they're a hard set to find. I would love to find, in particular, the 2003 football. There's been like one box on eBay for a while, then I think it's like $500, and it's not worth that. So I'm not paying that. I am tempted. There's a box of 2003 baseball. I think it's only like $125 or $150. I was thinking of maybe getting that to rip for the channel, but like, they're just great cards. I don't know how much you guys remember about them. I don't know how much you can talk about them, but like, they're probably my all-time favorite base card set.
They had like almost like a frame border, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, it was like a piece of art. And then like, I think the rookies had like almost like, it looked like a picture frame.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a Breeze and an LT, right? I believe.
Now they were in the showcase set. It started off as a subset in Flir Showcase. So, and then I think they may have only had the actual release of the set for 1 year. I know they did it in 2003. I don't think they had it after that, but like they took the subset out of Showcase and made it its own set. So
I'm surprised they don't use that for some of the retro card sets that they make with Marvel now, because wouldn't that be like
oh yeah,
right up that
that'd be
alley?
perfect.
You know,
Yeah, definitely.
they've been doing a lot of the Skybox, a lot of the Upper Deck, and a lot of the Flir old school inserts from the 90s for those retro sets. And I think Avant, you know, the from remembering the look of the Tomlinson and the Breezy you have, and like you said, it's kind of like an artwork thing. That would be perfect for one of those Marvel sets.
Yeah, definitely.
To me, all cards are kind of art. Like that's part of the reason why I like them and why I like the base. Like the base cards look good because I feel like I love the designs. I'm in real life as my real job. I'm a designer, a newspaper designer. So I design and supposed to make the page look good. And so I like to see designs that look really cool. And so when a card, like I said, cards are already art, and then when you have a card like the Avants, where it takes that to the next level, it really is a cool thing to see. Like there are a handful of cards like that out there, I think, and that's definitely one of that's one of the sets.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great trip down memory lane. Maybe Michael Rubin will be watching, and when Fanatics takes over, he'll be like, you know what, those three guys and
innovation team. I will say the one thing I am shocked about this episode that none of us talked about Topps Finest. I'm kind of surprised that Topps Finest did not make the list.
Yeah,
it was in my top 5.
It was number 1 on my list. Yeah.
I
mean, it's just one of those.
They do still make that.
They do still make some.
Sets, it'll
be coming though.
They don't make
them like that anymore.
They don't make basketball.
No, they don't. But they will be.
Yeah. They will be.
All right, guys.
Sure.
Well, good chat, and we will be back next week. Thanks for watching.
All right. See you later.
Have a good one, guys.